Well, well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. After a week hiatus, unintentionally forgot to let you guys know. As of last Friday, it hit me suddenly out of the ether. Shoot, I never made an announcement that we weren't doing Dork Discourse last week. Terribly sorry about that, and then I unfortunately did not realize till 3 days after the fact. So, apologies that were not only unable to do a stream last week. I was out of the country, so I physically was not able to. But apologies that I forgot to even say anything, and I just dipped y'all. We ghosted. Very
I
unintentional.
didn't realize that.
I did when it was too late. It hit me on Friday. Hit me like a brick wall out of nowhere. I said, shoot. I left everybody hanging, unfortunately. But yes, in the meantime, during my hiatus, while I was away, we hit 58K. I think awesome. The Gladiator reaction helped to push us over the mark. So shoot, by the time we end up doing the 50K celebratory stream, y'all, we're going to be pushing 60K. So might have to adjust the title for that one. But we have 100K in our sights, y'all. Like, the rate at which we're growing, I never even let myself think of that number because 50K was my goal for just so long, and it felt more realistic. 100K felt like it was so far into the distant future that it was just, don't even think about it because this isn't remotely plausible within any near time frame, but
anything's possible.
Here we are.
Cristiano Ronaldo got like 50 million subscribers in 24 hours, so anything's possible.
Well, he is also
Cristiano Ronaldo. Where's Bird Church at? I know Bird Church is. We discussed last Dork Discourse about CR7. Also, look what the cat dragged in. Don't talk about Tom that way. Bird Church got my back.
I'm talking about
He's got
myself.
my back. Oh.
I'm talking about both of us.
Okay.
As in.
Okay. No.
We were absent last week, so look what the cat dragged in finally to atone for it. But
gotcha.
Don't worry, that was not a slight at you.
Okay.
But anyway, Sue, Alice, let's go. She got with the program. She knows. She knew the assignment.
We should get we should create a new light alert
that goes off
where it plays the audio and like goes Portugal green and red and. Get
Brett,
all those screaming suey.
We did not hit 100K yet, but that would certainly be wild. But we are inching closer and closer every day as we approach 60K, which leaves only 40,000 left till we get to the magic 100K. But no, we have not hit that anywhere near that yet. Just fantasizing about the fact that it's closer than ever. Barb's up in the chat. Hello, friends. Yes, happy Thanksgiving week to all who celebrate. Yes, for some of you, today was maybe your last day at work. Americans, my fellow Americans. Since tomorrow is the day preceding. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and Thursday is the big day. It's late this year. It's going to be Thanksgiving, and then it's going to be frickin' December, so holy shnikes.
Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody in the United States. And even if you're not in the United States, you can celebrate Thanksgiving as well.
Still treat yourself to a good meal on Thursday.
Enjoy time with family, friends, good food, good eats. Whatever makes you happy.
Yes, something you like.
Yes.
Football, there will be certainly football. Yes. And I know the NFL has grown in popularity abroad, so it will be an exciting day. Missing some member chats here. Whoops, holy shnikes, chat's going too fast. Charlie, member for 38 months. Holy smokes. Thank you so much. Heck yes, new milestone. Cat and Tom, thanks for everything. Looking forward to that vlog vacation. Yes, there are many vlogs coming up. Very soon Thanksgiving. Hope you guys get to spend time with the family. And Kat, check your messages, please. Yes, I know I have to. I'm so sorry. I've seen it. I am just taking forever to return, to get back to you. But know that I've seen it. I'm just being the worst and have to respond. But it is not collecting cobwebs. I swear I've seen it. Sean, member for 13 months. Thank you so much. Holy smokes! 13 months strong and still going. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. And can't believe Christmas, I know, is less than a month away. Honestly, we'll always be grateful for you two and this community. Love ya. Thank you, Sean. We feel the same way. Feeling is mutual.
You guys are awesome.
And I really can't believe it is going to be Christmas. And folks, we are actually going to have a Star Wars Christmas this year with the renewed, obviously, Skeleton Crew has been on the docket, but if many of you saw the news today, Star Wars announced that they are dropping it a day early. So it's going to be coming out, the 2-episode premiere on December 2nd at 6 p.m. prime time. Thank you. Shout out to whoever did this and didn't give us the midnight release, especially since this is going to be the show that I think is targeted towards the younger audience who are still going to be awake at that hour, who are going to be able to sit down and watch. Maybe the kids on the West Coast.
Yeah, they'll be awake in the West Coast.
Yes. East Coast kids might be a little bit.
It's still.
That's
Any of them who will be watching this in real time will be up at 9 p.m. to watch it.
Maybe.
Right?
I
Like
was
high
never allowed to
school,
stay up.
teenage.
I was barely allowed to stay up till 9 when I was in high school. I don't know about you. But anyway, yes. And so I believe that puts us on a schedule now, as I was just chilling, relaxing, getting ready for the stream. I saw on Twitter the schedule of the episode releases and the dates, and I think that we're getting an episode on not only Christmas Eve but also New Year's Eve as well. So heck yeah, December, holy smokes, rapidly approaching, but we have a holiday season now that is going to have some Star Wars again, which, when the frick was the last time that happened? Dare I say Mandalorian season 2 finale?
Yeah.
That was around holiday season,
Yeah,
correct?
I think that was the last one. Yeah, it was.
It's been a while. That was years.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. Like
so
4 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that, but shnikes it was. So this will certainly be a nice treat. It's been a long hot minute since we've had Star Wars in the month of December. Always excited for an early release, even if it's just a day, but early release, double premiere, double episode, first look. So at this point, I kind of just want to see what happens. Although I will say, I had a dream during my travels. I had a dream that Skeleton Crew came out and it was electric.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I don't remember anything that happened, but I just remember waking up and feeling so upset that that wasn't real life. Realizing where I was in the present and that we still had like a week before the show came out, but I was like, gosh darn it, I hope this is true.
Yeah.
And as Charlie pointed out, yes, I can no longer deny the existence of this show, and now my brain is compensating for all of my past trash talk of denying this show's existence until I got the slightest morsel of proof in the form of a poster, a trailer, teaser, anything. So, ads in a live stream, says Sean. Yes, I'm so sorry. That is a new thing here, unfortunately, with YouTube that I have no control over. So I do apologize. I feel like one person every stream comes in and it's like, I got an ad? I know, it's awful. It's terrible. I hate it especially, and I think it's the stupidest thing ever, because then it, I think, throws us all off sync, because everybody gets ads at differently dispersed points during the stream.
No, I think it'll just pause where you were at.
Meaning we're all going to be at different points. So if somebody has a 30-second ad...
Yeah, but it'll spread out over the course of the stream, where someone will get an ad, they'll be 30 seconds behind, then someone else will get it, and then they'll go behind, but then the other person will catch up.
So we're all just fluctuating in difference.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But yes, they did change their advertising policy in live streams. So the new feature that they've rolled out.
Two Sean's in the chat now. Don't get us confused. Don't worry, Sean. Do not worry. Don't worry. But yes, acceptance, Cat. Yes, I've accepted, and I'm now ready for this show, as ready as I'll ever be. That it's finally here, and I still have high hopes, and I'm just excited to go in and to just have Star Wars again, because this is going to hold us over now until I believe the next Visions got reconfirmed for a third installment, but I don't know when that release is going to be. So at this point, I think all we know for the next release would be April, right? Right around Celebration for Andor, yes. Between now and then. So that's going to be a long stretch. This show will obviously end mid-January, I think, or actually right around the beginning of January.
I mean, what was the last show that we got? Oh, Acolyte?
Yes.
In June?
Yeah.
June, July? That was the last one?
It's been a good stretch.
Yeah, it's been like 6 months since the last Star Wars show. So.
Sorry.
Yo, Tomasi, you want to see these feet? I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean, my feet are pretty good looking. Being honest.
I'm being 1,000% honest. It's real nice to see somebody else getting objectified. Kidding. That was a good one. I liked the Uno reverse there, Tomasi. Thank you.
Tomasi, if you're getting some feed, that doesn't come for free.
Okay, all right, we're
No
gonna
feed
move
for
on.
free. No
we were
feed
just
for free.
we just went from talking about a family-friendly
You
kids
brought
show.
attention to it.
I
so
laughed.
I'm running with it.
You addressed them. I just laughed.
Oh.
Anyways, so yes, Skeleton Crew, rapidly approaching. So, not sure. I know we shifted previously when the Penguin finale came out, and we moved things around to do Dork Discourse that Monday to talk about the finale recap. Should we do Dork Discourse? Actually, no. I think we should just keep it for Tuesday.
Yep.
We'll be able to debrief and rally and everybody share their thoughts fresh off of the first 2 episodes the day before. Because, yes, Monday's the 2nd. God, my brain. I'm still so thrown off from having just been out of the country. Now it's already going to be freaking Thanksgiving. Guys, we're going back to Las Vegas. So expect another Vegas vlog. We have a lot coming up, but then it will calm down just in time for Skeleton Crew, thankfully. And also War of the Rohirrim. Alice, where's our resident expert when it comes to Lord of the Rings, all things Middle Earth? I believe Alice knows, but I keep seeing there's billboards now for it in LA, which usually means that is also rapidly approaching. I think War of the Rohirrim is also coming out in December, so lots to be excited for. Yes.
More Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, closing out the year with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. That'll be nice. Debatable for me if I'll watch Skeleton Crew pilot when it premieres or after Christmas. That's fair. I think a lot of people are going to be waiting it out to see what happens. So that is totally fair. Go to the Luxor for me, Charlie. You know I'm equally obsessed with that place, and we didn't go during our last travel there, so I would like to go and see it in the flesh. Emery, thank you so much for the perfect segue, speaking of television, and the topic for tonight's episode, which I do feel bad because Tom won't be able to partake too much. But you watched a little bit of the first episode.
Yeah.
So you can share enough of your overall, the surface level first impression.
Yeah.
But Tom is not really, he was not fully invested. He was multitasking when we watched the first episode, and only I watched this weekend's second episode. But I wanted to hear from the chat, anyone else who's been watching Dune Prophecy, because for once I'm welcoming other people's opinions in order to help formulate my own, which might sound spineless, which might sound like I don't have any sort of backbone of my own in order to form my own articulate thoughts on the show, but I'm kind of struggling right now. I don't have any sort of overwhelming feeling in one way or the other that I like it or I don't like it.
You know
it's not indifference.
It means the show is average.
Well, it's also only been 2 episodes. And I think it's really difficult, the timing. Listen, I went into the show, y'all know I've been hyping this up the second they announced it, but going in with cautious optimism because the films to try to replicate and translate what they're able to create with those into a television setting is obviously going to be much different. Before I keep going, Danny, thank you so much.
Danny!
Hope everyone is well. Cat Tom, you must read the Plagueis novel. I just finished, and it reads like Les Mis or any piece of classic political literature. Holy shnikes. And that might be the best piece of advertisement for that book that I've ever seen as a fan of that type of literature. So much behind the scenes of the prequels. Well, dang, Danny, you sold me. You sold me on it. That's perfect.
Danny.
Good to know. I love Travis Fimmel in awkward, quietly mischievous roles. Yes, Bird Church. He's obviously, I think, one of the standout characters in the show so far. And frankly, I'm shocked that I didn't go into it anticipating that he would be anything less than a scoundrel, because he always has some sort of quirky, kind of sneaky, as you commented from the bit that you watched, you observed that he's very similar to his character in Raised by Wolves. I forget what you said.
Yeah. Dude is just a weasel. He's just a little weasel runt, mischievous weasel.
Yes. Well, he has a knack for that. He always has. I think what's amazing about his performances in every role that I've seen him do is you can tell he has some sort of secret. He always has his own. When you leave him to his own devices, he has something going on up here. He's planning. He's plotting. So that's what's been interesting, trying to get a feel for his character. But for the rest of the show, I'm not sure. Travis is always good, so he's the only reason I really want to watch this because the movies made me sleep. Alice, you're not alone in that. Tom shared the same feeling. Dune Part 1.
It took me 4 attempts to get through the full first Dune movie without falling asleep.
Had to watch
But
it.
once I did, right before the second one came out, I was like, all right, now I'm locked in for Dune 2. And Dune 2 was incredible.
It was.
So,
and I think I'm struggling right now because also the timing of this show's release fresh off of Penguin, which totally, I think, just broke the mold, set an incredibly high precedent for film to television adaptation spin-offs in regards to the quality, the tone, just how overwhelmingly successful and amazing that was, to the fact that I think I already saw rumors that they're debating potentially a season 2, even though I don't think that was intended for the show. But to come off of Penguin, which was such a really strong, and we were talking about this, how it can be maybe a slippery slope, like you have extra work cut out for you if you are adapting a TV show from a larger pre-existing film franchise to distill it into the format for television. I feel like is inherently risky, but Penguin nailed it because I think the quality of the show matched the caliber of the movies. It felt parallel with the Gotham that we see and the Batman. You could watch them back to back and there is absolutely zero reduction in quality, or it doesn't feel like it's... Granted, it also, I will give it the benefit of the doubt, for Dune, Penguin is coinciding. It's immediately following the timeline, the events of the movie, versus Dune Prophecy takes place 10,000 eons, thousands of years before the timeline of Dune and Paul Atreides as we know it. So I will say in that regard, I can't make that same comparison because it's a super prequel. So
super prequel.
Well, what else would you call 10,000 years?
I think I'd call it a super
mega.
Just like James Mangold First Jedi movie, if that's still happening. That's supposed to be 25,000 years before.
My mom's also a Dune hater, y'all. That's right. I forgot. Sorry.
What she said. Barb, listen, I fell asleep in the theater watching the first one.
In the theater in like the 4th row, y'all.
And the subsequent like 3 times I tried to watch it, I kept falling asleep. But eventually when I got through it and then watched the second one, like the second one is just, it's awesome. You got to watch the second one. You got to force yourself to watch the second one. If you barely made it through the first, watch the second one and you've got enough of a foundation to just fly with the second one. The second one's great.
Yeah.
Worth it.
You know that means a lot coming from Tom, especially because there was a point in time when you had such an aversion to Dune that you would literally put it on when we were on airplanes and you needed to fall asleep.
Oh yeah. It was and it worked. Like if I wasn't feeling great or on a plane and I needed to go to sleep, I'd put that on, knocked out in like 15 minutes, just out cold watching Dune.
Boiled my blood, y'all. I couldn't.
Instantly knocked out.
But yes, so that's where Tom's at. So that's why I wish you had been watching Prophecy with me, because I don't have my own opinion formulated yet. All of this comparison with Penguin is to say right now I feel bad because it's kind of an unfair advantage to come off of the Penguin, which is existing in the same timeline as its film counterpart, and Dune Prophecy is 10,000 years away. And also I think the Dune films, the newer ones, are much harder to replicate if you're not rocking with a feature film budget, if you're just trying to scale it for television, versus I think the Gotham that we saw in the Batman Matt Reeves universe is easier to transform and make it adaptable for TV, where you don't notice any sort of, difference.
I mean, it's just a city.
It is. So
there's no real major fight scenes or special effects. I mean, the most effects heavy thing was probably the bomb, right? Sophia's bomb and the city and the ruins and all that. Like, that was probably the most
recreating the floods, the initial explosions.
Oh, true, yeah. True.
And whatnot. But
true.
Now, that's not to say that I'm judging Dune Prophecy based solely on visuals and visual effects and whatnot, because it's still, for a TV show, like, I'm spoiled saying all of this because it looks great. I think for me, it's just suffering a little bit because it just doesn't look like the movies. But if
Yeah.
this wasn't inspired, if this wasn't coming fresh off of a pre established film universe, it would be totally fine, I think,
Yeah.
which is what I'm trying to keep myself grounded. But in regards to I'm still feeling it out in regards to the pacing, the characters, who exactly you're meant to root for, but I'm genuinely curious how what the general population thinks for people who haven't read the books. I'm also in the same boat though because I've not read the Brian Herbert books. This is Frank Herbert's son, and he has his own whole series of books
Yeah.
spin-off from his father's work that I've heard mixed things about, and I've yet to get into all of them though, but I was excited to learn because there's only 6 initial Dune books, and his son has created a whole other universe, so that's what this is based on, but I've not read the work that this is adapted from, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm going in blind, which feels uncomfortable because I read the Dune books solely so that I could go in knowledgeable, so I'm curious how the general population feels because it is similar to the confusion of Dune Part 1 of new terminology, lots of different, the great houses, vocab, completely made up encyclopedia of some things and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I mean, I'll say, from what I have seen, I love that they are showing the full strength intensity of what the Bene Gesserit,
Bene Gesserit.
Benny and the Jets, their full strength power and how it can be used. Like, because we don't really see that in the Dune movies much.
True, you really only
At
get
all.
little bits of it with Lady Jessica, essentially.
Yeah. So, like in this case, seeing it and how it can be used to its full extent in the bits that they've shown so far in the show has been pretty interesting.
Yes, that's been the
Yeah.
strongest moments of the show for me are when it's the Bene Gesserit, and I think those 2 lead actresses. I also really appreciate that. I feel like it's rare anymore that you see a very mainstream show that's carried and led by 2 middle-aged actresses, because people always say the crux of Hollywood is once you age up past 30 you're pretty much irrelevant or whatever. That's kind of the stigma. So it caught me, similar to kind of like Book of Boba Fett, 2 completely different shows, but I remember we all kind of collectively realized, like, wow, like Tamora Morrison and Ming-Na Wen are like 50 plus years old,
Yeah.
and they're leading this show. Like, that's so rare
Yeah.
anymore. I feel like to be, especially like our generation, to be Gen Z, unfortunately, but to enjoy that type of, to seek that stuff out and watch it and
Yeah.
enjoy it, because all the shows targeted for us are freaking high school or college aged or whatever. So I am loving that, and those 2 actresses I think are amazing, playing the Harkonnen sisters. So I'm excited. I'm rooting for women's wrongs here. Yes, Emily Watson, yes. And she's amazing. If she's, I feel like in every British period drama that there is, she's like magnetic, electrifying on screen. So every scene she's in, I'm like fixated. And I think her and Travis Fimmel, their chemistry, their dynamic is especially captivating. So I'm excited. I hope to see more interactions with the 2 of them. You got to watch this week's episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat for a little bit, but T Money, what's up? Thank
T-Money.
you so much for popping in.
We got Tony from Mississippi. Tony, what's going on?
Let's go.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hello from Mississippi. I like the way that's all caps with the energy and the exclamation points. Heck yeah. Heck yes. Be proud. Be proud of where you're at, where you're from. I saw people talking about other very popular film and television installments from the latter half of this year. The Wild Robot. Like, I want to go see that. I don't know if I'm going to go see it in theaters, but I'm hoping it comes on streaming soon because I've heard that it's
It's good.
like groundbreaking.
Good. Yeah.
Same with Transformers 1. Can somebody explain that to me? Is that a prequel? And do I have to have watched every single Transformers? Because I kind of tapped out after the first few.
I have no idea.
That's why I'm asking the
I
chat.
know
Chat,
nothing.
help.
I know nothing about Transformers.
But I saw Twitter collectively losing their marbles over that show. Apparently it's a heavy hitter. So let me know what I have to be well versed in. I'm pretty sure it is a prequel of the Autobots. And somebody mentioned earlier Arcane, which I've been suddenly getting so many requests to do, and I think I have to do it, y'all, because the rave reviews that I've been seeing for this show, which I already had some interest in it because the animation looks beautiful. One of the lead voice actresses is like one of my biggest girl crushes ever, Ella Purnell. I freaking love her work. And so just out of sheer wanting to support her and her work and content because she's great in everything and the art style and whatnot, I had already some interest in that. And I begged you forever ago to watch that show with me and you weren't interested at all. You
What show?
straight up said no. Arcane.
What's that?
Have you been under a rock? Has your Twitter feed not
Perhaps.
been absolutely flooding with people gushing about this show for the past week?
No.
It's
My Twitter feed has been.
I don't
lot.
actually want to know. I don't want to know what the frick's on
It's
your
been
Twitter
a
feed.
lot of content of a certain video game
Call of Duty?
that is making a big return
GTA?
at the end of next week. No, not GTA.
Oh, Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's right.
So I have been busy preparing the sister channel under Catherine LaSalle Enterprises for the return of that. So
Are you
stay tuned on December 6th.
refraining from saying the names because they're still the ongoing SAG after video
I'm
games?
not
right?
saying anything.
You can say the name, I'm
I'm
pretty
not saying
sure.
anything. I'm not saying
Anyways, McBots, y'all know it. Heck yes. Tom's been gearing up, doing a lot of work behind the scenes, to enhance the gaming channel.
Yes.
So definitely, he will be active on there. So go check it out. Nick Gundy, have you revisited plans for the 50K substream? Yes. The last time I mentioned it, I said, hold me accountable because I'm going to do it before the end of this year. And then somebody very comedically said, okay, so on December 31st. And I thought that was, y'all know me well, that was actually brilliant and kind of accurate. But the 50K stream is now turning into a 60K stream, and who knows what it'll be like by the time we actually get to it. But yes, that will be happening sometime in December, prior to Christmas. Actually, if that's the case, I have to freaking put out
You've got
an announcement soon.
there's like literally one weekend that you could do it, and maybe not even. It might be.
Might be a Friday,
It
y'all.
might be. It might be. Yeah, because.
Maybe we'll kick off the new year with it.
You've got
then.
like one week next weekend.
Okay, never mind. That's too soon. Okay,
Next
never mind.
weekend is the
All right.
next week or the.
I'm already
or
backtracking.
The weekend of the 20th, but that may or may not work either. So
Yeah. Already backtracking. So
I mean, you could do it next weekend.
that bit of accountability, no, because that does not give people enough time, nor does it give me enough time to make a video to disclaim the rules and whatnot to get prepped and pre-gamed. So I'm gonna backtrack embarrassingly and call myself out and say the accountability I just asked y'all to hold against me, scoot it to January. It might be a let's ring in the new year. So whatever we end this year with subscriber wise, that will be the 50K or whatever K celebration. I highly doubt we're gonna surpass anything beyond the 60,000s between now and the
Not
end.
that attitude.
Well, you never know. But we'll see. So yes, never mind January, because holy shnikes, yeah, there only is like 4 weeks left of this year. What the frick? How did that happen?
We'll do it right now.
No.
Celebration stream.
Time's running out. Tick, tick, tick. Yes, for real. Maybe for January. Yes, I think that would be a fun way to ring in the new year. So yes, but don't worry, that is not going anywhere. It's just, I think I'm bracing myself because each time we do it, we get more and more submissions. And the last time we did it was 25K. So I'm a little bit not nervous, but like, okay, what's it gonna be for 50K? You know, kind of trying to brace myself, because the last thing I would want to do is to have to say no to anybody, like to cap it. But we'll see.
Well, I think it's just got to be like in the past ones. Like it's been a lot of time for each submission, given the number of submissions. But I mean, if we do a whole stream all day and there's, 100 submissions, you got to go through them,
It's
as
just
quickly as
so
you
hard.
can.
I want to give everybody the same amount of time and praise
so
and
you
attention.
do.
So
You give
it's
everybody who submits, they get the chance to see the commentary and show it off. But then if you want to be fair to everybody else who submit, then you got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
It's not oh, that was sick. All right, next. Oh, great. Next. Oh, that was awful. You suck. Next. It's not that. It's, you show it, talk a little bit about it, and then move on. But not a.
This is just hard for me.
But yeah, it depends on how many submissions there are, obviously. So
we'll see.
But
nobody else is talking about this strike, which is weird because unfortunately the video game space is not dominated by A-list actors really, talking about it. I think it's it's much smaller on the scale of public interest and whatnot, but just out of precaution, just to be safe.
Yes.
That's why there's been a lack of gaming streams here and whatnot as of late. But it's okay because we've been pivoting to other content. Somebody just mentioned, Sean mentioned Deadpool and Wolverine. Frick yes, I gotta do that.
Yeah, true.
I have to get to that, and we're of course expanding the reactions in general here. Obviously, we're getting back to our core. We're getting back to our foundational values here when Skeleton Crew comes out in December. So we're getting back to the Star Wars, the good old stuff. War of the Rohirrim, I think I should probably do a reaction to that. Why the frick not?
Yep.
But so yes, but in all that said, we're definitely still branching out a little bit. So we're still we gotta do Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think I want to do Arcane. I gotta finish The Legend of Korra. I've been promising you guys The Boys for the past year and a half. So we have a lot of ground to cover on top of just a bunch of iconic movie reactions that I need to do. Blade Runner, other completely non-nerd related. Godfather, yes. I think in order to continue watching, I started watching The Sopranos, y'all. And in order to continue it and fully appreciate it to its fullest, I have to watch The Godfather because there's so many references, and I feel like culturally it's very in line with that show. If I'm going to get the full experience with the lore, I need to have watched The Godfather. So there's a lot. There's a lot in store. The Boys, oh god, get ready. I know. That's why I every time I say that I'm gonna watch The Boys, that's always the response, holy smokes. So I've heard, because it's raunchy, right?
Yeah,
I've heard
it is.
that it's very raunchy.
I've never seen it either, but yeah, that's what it is. It's raunchy and crude and sounds awesome. Just like Grand Theft Auto. So you're gonna have your Grand Theft Auto 5 playthrough for the first time before GTA 6. If GTA 6 comes out next year, which
I don't think it is.
Who knows? Maybe it comes out before 2030. So you got a little bit of time for that, but Kat here has never played any Grand Theft Auto game, so
well, y'all saw me
hilarious
behind the wheels of the Batmobile.
No, Batmobile driving is too advanced. GTA driving is go, stop, and plow through every tree, bush, fence, car, human, animal, whatever. It's all gas, no brakes, and you steer is GTA driving. Which is what you're doing with the Batmobile, but it's more complicated to do all of that. It's 2 buttons, go and stick.
Yeah, the Batmobile seemed to have infinite controls. It's more difficult to operate than a real freaking vehicle. The Boys is the wildest show I have ever seen, says Toby. Yeah, my gosh, I'm so behind. How about a reaction to The Breakfast Club? I have seen that one. I've not seen I've not seen No Country for Old Men, says Brett, but I've also heard that's an all-time iconic one. So yeah, there's so many. How much of The Sopranos have you watched? I'm still only on the second season, but I reached my limit where I'm okay, that's the third time somebody said something about the movie Godfather. I need to watch The Godfather. I took a bit of a break from The Sopranos because I was in the thick of it with other shows. Which I've accepted I just always will be at this point, especially if I'm going to be reacting to more shows and whatnot. So, but I have to get back. I have to finish one show that I'm just watching for pleasure now, and then I will get back into The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Isn't the whole point of GTA to smash things up? Yes, Alice. So my driving skills would actually be okay, encouraged in that universe.
GTA is a land where anything's possible. You can do whatever you want. No one's going to stop you. The police can try. They may fail. GTA is a land of infinite possibilities. And a lot of smashing stuff up. Yes. So
Sean, you just gave me a
Yes.
brilliant idea that I said I would do leading up to Skeleton Crew, and I forgot about it. But Goonies, yes, thank you. Maybe we'll do.
hey,
a
you've
members-
never seen Goonies either.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you should watch that.
Which would
for
be
sure.
perfect
Yeah.
to coincide with Skeleton Crew because everyone's saying this is the Goonies of the Star Wars universe. So, I've not watched Scarface, y'all. Like I am. Who said it? Uncultured swine. That's me. That's me.
Is that your mom?
No,
Is
I
that
think somebody
uncultured
else.
swine?
I think it might have been Sean's.
Oh.
I haven't finished The Bear season 3. No, I'm like so behind. I'm stalling. Yeah, listen, y'all. My list is massive. My list is very big. But we're getting better. We're cranking with these film reactions. Actually, speaking of, let's see if it uploaded. Coming out tonight. Yes, it's going to be. Y'all just witnessed the moment of glory that I always have whenever I upload a film reaction and see that there's no copyright issues. Because certain studios have obviously certain. It is what it is. I try not to be too. I try not to complain because it's whatever. It's obviously if you're going to be a reactionary channel, you have to accept it. Just roll with the punches if things get copyrighted. But whenever an upload survives the checks, it's always great. So Hereditary, y'all. Shout out to, I don't think anyone from the horror, if you're, I don't know, make yourself known if you're watching from the horror videos here, because I know we developed a little bit of a niche new community here, lots of new horror fans, but my Hereditary reaction will be going up tonight. And then I have some vlogs that I have to try to speed edit from my trips abroad, some very exciting, has literally nothing to do with any content on my channel at all, but I don't know. The vlogs are fun. They're a nice little break for me to edit, just shake it up.
They're great. They're entertaining. I love the vlogs. And so do other people. Some people have been looking forward to the vlogs. I know Daddy Josh is big into the vlogs.
Yeah.
I think Alice was talking about the vlogs as well. So
yes. Well,
the vlogs are great.
Get ready because there's 3 coming up, y'all. More vlog content than usual. But it's because my life's been more exciting than usual. Otherwise, on a daily basis, I've got nothing to vlog. So the vlogs are always bangers. Yes. I've never watched The Lost Boys. I have definitely. Do you have estimates of the number of movies you've seen? I did this once, Brett, when I.
Do you, Brett?
Well, if you go on Letterboxd, and I did this once when I first was convinced by my brother to download Letterboxd, you can literally go through alphabetically of every single movie ever and check off what you've watched. And it takes a while, but I went through and it clocked over like 900 movies. Which you don't even think about that.
I bet.
You don't think about that. If you had to sit down and list every movie you've ever seen, I'd get to like 30 and start forgetting things. Like
I've probably seen like 500 and 450 of them are Revenge of the Sith. And then the other 50, the other 20, there's probably 20 Interstellar in there. Top Gun Maverick, like 5. And then like Home Alone a few times. So
it's Home Alone season. It takes forever. I'm assuming my brother made my mom do it as well, y'all. He made everybody, I'm sure, go through in the household to go through. Yeah, my brother is a Letterboxd fiend. Dare I say, y'all, he's more of a well-knowledged cinephile than I am. He's becoming quite the moviegoer. He goes out to see all these other like niche movies when they're in theaters that nobody else would go see. He's quite the little aficionado. Yeah. So yes, he got. I am over 2K on Letterboxd, says Brett. My God, man. Holy shnikes!
Beast.
Yes.
Beast, Brett.
The worst is when you clock how many you've watched, and then you think like, okay, the average movie is 2 hours, and then you think, okay, how many hours is that? That doesn't even count the 500 rewatches of Revenge of the Sith.
Or of Happy Gilmore. I forgot Happy Gilmore. So throw Happy Gilmore in there. Okay, Barb, I've seen more than 50 movies. I've seen more than 50 movies. There's 9 Star Wars. No, there's like 12 Star Wars movies. There's 6 Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies. That's already got me.
That's half your numbers right there.
That's already got me at 15. Top Gun, Happy Gilmore, the Dune movies. I've seen plenty of movies. Well, Spider-Man, Marvel, Batman. Well, I'm pushing Brett's 2000. Brett and I are gonna have a movie off to see who has more. Yeah, Happy Gilmore 2. I'll see that a million times. So yeah.
Yeah, next year hopefully.
Yeah.
I really hope that one's not disappointing. I know that's your most anticipated.
Yeah. Listen, Happy Gilmore
film release.
Happy Gilmore is a forever underrated film.
It is. It comes from a time of comedy that I don't think we'll ever see the likes of again, really. Because there's certain things now that you just can't say anymore in comedy movies. Whenever I go back and watch old movies, for example, Predator, y'all, there's so much that I edited out of my Predator reaction, some of the banter and jokes that the troops were throwing back and forth at each other kind of at the beginning exposition of the movie, that I was just jaw dropped like, you can't say these things anymore. These jokes would never get through a script, a writer's room, in this day and age.
Like, the prime example of that is, what's that movie with young Josh Peck? And he's like going off on that kid. And he's using like every banned, canceled slur of the modern era in
Is this like a Nickelodeon movie?
one monologue. No, it's some rated R like film about like preteens, and Josh Peck is in it, and he is like just screaming at this other kid, and he's literally using like every now canceled term you could possibly think of in one monologue.
Interesting.
Yeah, I totally forget what movie it's called, if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
Is this like Josh Peck from his Drake and Josh era?
Like young Josh Peck.
Like pre even Amanda Show era? Because I know that's where he got started.
I don't know.
And this was a movie?
Yes. Yeah, it was a movie, and they're like preteens, and
it's not Max Keeble's Big Move. That movie is iconic.
It might be.
Are you serious? We gotta go back and watch.
It might be.
This is on Disney Plus?
No,
this only has 29% of this movie.
Family comedy? Oh yeah, no, it's not that.
It's definitely not.
It's
that.
not that.
Oh, you said it's rated R.
Yeah. It has to be based on that scene.
Based on that monologue alone.
But he's yeah. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking. Are you sure it's Josh Peck?
I'm positive it's Josh Peck.
I want to rewatch Max Keeble's Big Move now that I know it's on Disney Plus. It's been under my nose this entire time. I'm definitely gonna go see that. But anyways, where the frick were we? Princess Bride. I don't know who mentioned that. Oh yes, like my family's favorite movie ever. Adam Sandler's filming Happy Gilmore 2 near me in New Jersey. Yes. Tom Loki told me to sign up to be an extra in that film, but
for what?
For Happy
Gilmore.
Yeah,
because you were home. They were shooting in Jersey. Go hang out with Adam Sandler. Go hit up Shooter. Take Shooter to Applebee's or no, what is it? Where does he go?
Sizzler.
That's right.
Red Lobster.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, Shooter. Want to go to Sizzler and get some grub? And I had never seen a Sizzler, y'all. I had no idea what chain establishment he was talking about until we finally drove past one in like Palm Springs, California. I never would have guessed that was a California chain, but it cracked me up. It made my life complete. Also, rest in peace to that actor. I should know his name off the top of my head, but he passed away this year, I think, so I'll never be able to watch Happy Gilmore or quote that the same again.
Who's that?
Hey, Shooter, want to go to Red Lobster?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's sad. R.I.P.
It is. Julian, member for 34 months. Julian. Good to see you. Hey, Kat. Hey, Tom. Hope everyone is doing well. Kat, have you watched Warriors 2011? It's an underrated movie. You should watch it. Maybe a member live stream. I have not. Y'all, you will learn as we are branching out here on the channel that there are so many legendary, iconic films that I have never seen. In fact, I talked about this venture with my members maybe over a year ago when I was still too nervous and scared to branch out and start doing some movie reactions to things that weren't Star Wars or nerd related necessarily. And I had pitched to you guys forever ago that I thought about doing like, there's the IMDb, top however many, I think it's like top 200 movie lists, the AFI top 100 movies of all time, archives. Like, if I were to go on IMDb right now and pull up that top 200 list, I think both of us, there would be a lot of offenses on there that we have not seen of the top 200
sure.
ranked films of all time.
For sure. Stanley's, yes, you're right. It is Mean Creek. That's correct. That's the movie I'm talking about with Josh Peck. Mean Creek.
Yep. Shout out Stanley's for pulling that one out of the archives.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, you haven't seen what is it?
This looks like
Schindler's List. That's up there. That's in a lot of lists.
Yep.
Godfather. I mean, I haven't seen Godfather either. So
Scarface.
I
mean, let's just for kicks and giggles.
Top Gun Maverick. We both seen. Interstellar. We both seen.
I know, it's a shame because that's such a top 250 best movies of all time. Yes, this is the IMDb list. Let's embarrass ourselves.
Number one, right? Wait, no, I've seen that. No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. Oh, we're going into it? All right.
We're doing this. We're subjecting ourselves.
All right.
Shawshank Redemption I've never seen in its entirety.
I've never seen it at all.
I've only seen... This is why I don't know if I could get away with doing a reaction to it, because I've seen the ending. But not everything leading up to that. So, already 0 for 1.
Yeah.
Godfather, never seen.
Nope.
Dark Knight is up here at number 3.
There we go. We've seen 3. We've seen number 3. We've both seen number 3. And we've both seen number 6.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. Represent. Godfather Part 2, obviously. 12 Angry Men I might have watched in high school.
I don't have no clue what that is.
It's a very iconic, I think it's based on a book, a story about, I think it's about like jury duty. Lord of the Rings, okay.
Jury duty?
Yes. Schindler's List, haven't.
I've seen it. I watched that in high school as a part of our history class.
Did you have to get like a permission slip?
Yeah, we had to get it signed so you could watch it.
That's intense.
Yeah, it's very intense. Very intense.
I should do this. Pulp Fiction, haven't seen it in its entirety, but unfortunately, I've seen enough that I couldn't react to it genuinely. Lord of the Rings, yes. Good, Bad, and the Ugly, no. Forrest Gump, yes. Two Towers, frick, yes. Fight Club, yes, but you've not.
I don't know.
Inception, I'm frankly shocked it's this high up.
Yeah.
Granted, this is based on IMDb. Like, this is not some official. I'm pretty sure anybody with an IMDb account can go in and leave a film review. Like, give it a rating out of however many stars. So, like, I don't know where the credentials that this ranking is coming from, but I think it's just general public favor, public perception, popularity. But I didn't think Inception's over here higher than Interstellar.
Yeah.
That's a little bit shocking. Let's go. First Star Wars, making it into the top 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Matrix I've seen. Goodfellas I've not. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest I've not. Okay, Interstellar at 19.
Speaking of Interstellar, come back in theaters.
Yes.
Next week.
We secured our tickets.
Pump for that.
It's gonna be awesome.
Pump for that.
7 I've not seen, but actually I've been getting more requests for that one lately. It's a Wonderful Life. Now this one, isn't this a Christmas movie? Maybe I should do this in December.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
You could. Yeah. Same with Saving Private Ryan. That's a Christmas movie.
It is?
Technically.
Are you serious?
It takes place during the wintertime.
Should I?
It's a sad.
Yeah.
No, it's actually it's an uplifting story.
Am I getting absolutely roasted in the chat right now? Good, Bad, and the Ugly, awesome, Clint Eastwood.
No. Well, I'm not reading the check, so I don't know.
Yeah, wait, actually, yes, I need to watch 7. Okay, Sal, we're in the same boat. 7 Samurai, no. Silence of the Lambs, y'all. We just finally got cultured in that one, but yes. This one I've also gotten. I imagine this is a big...
If you've never seen that, you should absolutely react to it.
Yeah,
because it is great.
I see a lot of requests for this, so I imagine it's a very reaction-worthy.
Yes, you did a horror month, you should do a war movie month. And just bang out every
That
movie.
can be psychologically more damaging, emotionally damaging than
Oh, for
horror.
sure.
I
For sure
think.
it is. For sure it's more emotionally damaging
Yeah.
than horror. Horror's not
That's-
emotionally damaging. Horror's just
Mm,
jump scare, frightening.
yeah.
You can't sleep at
Um,
night because you're scared. I'd rather not sleep at night because I'm scared than sleep at night because I'm
Wide awake thinking
depressed.
about the traumas
Yeah.
of humanity.
Yes.
City of God, never seen. Green Mile, never seen. Life is Beautiful. Here we go. From here on out, y'all, I think it's looking bleak.
I don't know any of these.
Let's go. Okay. All right.
Hope?
New Hope. Back
What's
to the
that?
Future. Okay. What's that? Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Spirited Away, y'all. I need to I'm so I can't fixate. Okay.
There you go. Gladiator. You
Let's
You
go.
got one off the list.
I've seen
Nice.
these three.
Nice.
Okay, this is the most consecutive of the list I've seen so far.
The
Pirates by
Lion
Gladiator.
King.
That's an incredible movie. I'm sorry, have you rewatched a Disney movie lately? They don't make them like they used to. And
Well, yeah, I know because they're making the same movies again.
yeah,
They're not making new movies. They're making the same movies again, making them worse.
oh,
So, no, I have not really
You're right.
watched a Disney
They don't-
Studios film.
they don't
recently.
make them like they used to because they're making them live action. No,
Yeah.
but I have, let's just say, young family members who are of the age of watching these Disney movies now, many of which I've not seen since I was maybe 5 or 6. And to rewatch them as an adult, I'm out here straight up crying, y'all. I just cried at Tarzan.
They're great.
Yeah, they're weird.
You watched Tarzan?
Yeah.
What, in Prague?
Yeah.
You watched, oh, okay. I was gonna say,
Like,
what, did you watch Tarzan just by yourself for fun?
no,
or-
but I'm about to.
Oh.
I'm about to get back into these hit different as an adult, and I'm out here sobbing for every single one of them. Why does every Disney movie,
Well, that could be
of
a
old-
series you could do too. Rewatching
yeah,
prime Disney movies from 20 years ago. You could
Crying
totally watch that, too.
over-
Well, Lion King is 30 years ago, actually. So.
yeah, R.I.P. James Earl Jones, Departed, never seen. Across the Spider-Verse represents
Interesting.
very high ranking, but it deserves
Interesting.
it, frankly. Grave of Fireflies, Whiplash. I'm shocked this is ranked this highly. I've not seen the full thing, so call me out on that if I'm spewing lies right now. But
Yep.
I didn't think this was. I know this is an iconic film. I just didn't think it was this high up. Dang. American History X, Leon the Professional. I have seen Prestige. Freaking, actually, low key might be my favorite. This is Christopher Nolan, I think, right? Might be my personal favorite. Freaking love that movie.
Favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
You need to watch it. It's so good. And you would actually really like it because Tesla is a character in this.
The Car?
The real man. Played by none other than David Bowie.
Played by a Tesla Model 3? Oh.
They have the Tesla robots now.
Oh.
They had that too. That's
They
who
had that in
plays
2006?
in the
they've
yeah
just
in
been
that
hiding it?
movie. That was the
Ooh,
first model.
nice.
No, it's played by the icon, the absolute
Nice.
legend and gift to this universe, David Bowie. Rest in peace.
Mm.
But yeah, we should watch this together because I want to see your reaction. That is definitely like a reaction-worthy
Yeah.
movie.
Well, yeah, Dune Part 2, Barb.
What?
Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it.
Holy
Number 49.
smokes!
I mean, it is a spectacle. It is an absolute spectacle. But look at that.
I had no idea that was that. Okay, that's amazing.
Look at that. Yeah.
That is proof to me because I feel like anymore nowadays, people collectively will lose their minds over something and then the recency bias fades away and then everyone starts to return back to the Twitter space and say like, this actually wasn't that good. But this to me is proof that like, yeah, Dune Part 2 is the shiz.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
because I think we are living in a day and age. For example, like the Barbie movie, no shade, but like based on the buzz surrounding that film, I was very disappointed by the time I actually watched it. That's no shade, but I think my experience was just tampered by all of the hype, the collective,
Yeah.
the internet now, everybody can collectively lose their minds together and the hype just surges. And then when you actually go to see something and peel away the rose-colored glasses, you realize like, oh, this maybe is not, it's not what I thought it was going to be based on what everyone says. Or it's the trend of everyone eventually comes back online and says, this movie wasn't that good,
No.
blah 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 blah. So it's like everything has its time in the sun. Even Oppenheimer suffered from. Actually, was that on here?
What do you mean Oppenheimer? No, we haven't seen Oppenheimer yet.
It's not.
not
It's
on here.
dang.
What do you mean it suffered from that? Oppenheimer is better every time you watch
No,
it.
I feel like people though were trying to do that thing where they come on Twitter and be like, now that it's been long enough, can we talk about how this wasn't actually that good? And I think Oppenheimer also fell victim to that treatment.
I didn't see that. Oppenheimer's awesome.
Alien Represent, excited to see, but like y'all, Casablanca, like one of the most iconic films ever. I haven't freaking seen it. Like I'm ashamed. I'm shameful.
I don't even know what most of these are. I've never.
Well,
heard
we're
of
getting
a
into
lot
like
of these.
the greats now, like Once Upon a Time in the West.
Never seen that. I've heard of that before.
These are definitely older. Before Wall-E, up at 58.
WALL-E's a fantastic movie. When are they going to remake that live action? When's that going to happen? 2028?
It is happening. We are living in Wall-E.
That'll be.
We are the live action.
In real life, the live action? No, we're not quite at WALL-E.
This timeline, the world depicted in Wall-E draws nearer and nearer every day. Indiana Jones that represent. We're not gonna go through the whole list, y'all. I'm kind of just speeding through now.
Oh, Infinity War. There you go.
Okay.
Shining. All right.
Let's go. At this point, we're just looking for the ones we have seen. Dark Knight Rises. Dang. Aliens. Coco, frankly, deserves to be up there. Let's go.
Haven't seen Happy Gilmore yet. Still waiting for
Oh
that.
my god. You're not gonna see it on here, I don't think. Braveheart. I got a request for this one recently. Unfortunately, I have seen the ending of this one, so I don't know if I could react to it in good conscience. Joker.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic addition.
Toy Story 3. Let's go. Okay,
nice.
Return of the Jedi. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I wouldn't expect this one to be ranking this high up, but frankly deserved. This movie. I need you to watch this one with me. A Space Odyssey. I know. But look at what you just said. The moral of today's episode is don't judge a movie by whether you fall asleep the first time you try to watch.
I mean, that's a pretty good indicator. If it puts my if something can turn my brain off, that's I'm not saying it because like my brain is huge and super smart. I'm saying it because I cannot. It's hard for me to fully be peacefully in a relaxed state. So if I could put something on and it puts me to sleep, that's I think that's a good indicator.
$1 million question from Daddy Josh. Where's Revenge of the Sith?
Great,
Frick yeah.
Daddy Josh, fantastic.
You know what? Gave me a new motive here. Okay, new objective.
I want to see the average age of of all submissions here. What's the median age of these rankings? Because
we gotta scroll. Well, some of these are like all-time films.
Yeah, 1931. Like, did they even have TVs?
Clearly. God, we sound like the most Gen Z washed up.
They listened to it on the radio and it's got all
Oppenheimer, there it is.
Did they even have radio? Did it get transcribed from Morse code or messenger pigeon in the 1930s and then put into film?
New objective, scroll until we see a Star Wars prequel, if it clocks in at the top 250.
No, I don't think there's a shot that...
You don't think?
I don't think so.
1917. I'm a little surprised that this one's up here. Not because I don't think it's worthy, but I didn't think public favor was that. I never see anyone really talk about this movie. That's the one we went to go see in theaters. You know that one.
What?
1917.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I know that one.
I feel like it came out and I never saw anyone talk about it, but I thought it was worthy of more conversation.
It's very interesting, yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Nice.
Dang.
That movie's 3 hours?
Oh.
Man, I haven't seen that in forever. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Another one
Jurassic
I've not
Park
seen.
you gotta react to.
I know.
React
I'm
to that.
shocked this is this far down.
Top Gun Maverick.
Wow.
Let's go.
I'm good for that. No Country for Old Men, as we were talking about. The Thing. I keep getting so many requests for this one. I have to do it. I got this was requested so highly during Reactober, and I didn't do it for some reason, but I think I got to put it in my Scaredy Cat monthly series going forward. Speak of Wild Robot. Holy smokes.
Already.
That's how you know. That's how
That's
you
impressive.
know. Okay, all right. Finding Nemo. Let's go. Freaking represent. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, as it should be. As it should be. Here we go. We're getting into
So many
a
I've
lot that I
never
haven't
even
seen.
heard
Like
of.
V for Vendetta. I wanted to do this for the 5th of November, but I was distracted. um, Fargo. That's a good one. Spider-Man No Way Home.
I mean, that's an iconic. Wait, no. What's the one with the? What's the one with the?
That's the one. That's the one where they all come back.
Is it?
Yep, it's from 2021.
Oh yeah, because Doc Ock is are in the thumbnail there. So yeah,
That's
yeah, that's a great movie. Do you remember that movie? Because that's like the last Marvel movie.
Do I remember that
That's the last
movie?
movie I think that we've seen in theaters.
Spider-Man No Way Home? The last Marvel movie we
Yeah.
saw in theaters,
Yeah, that's
maybe.
what I just said.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't okay.
Or
That
did
one
we see Venom after that? Did Venom come out after
we've
that?
not seen Venom at
But
all. in
Venom's
theaters.
technically not DC or Marvel, right?
We
Venom's technically
This is
Sony, not
I'm-
Marvel.
I don't know. All right, real talk, real talk. No shade to anyone involved in the making of this movie, but this is what I'm talking about that had the treatment of everyone was collectively losing their marbles over this movie when it came out, rightfully so. The secrecy from Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, nobody had freaking been chirping about it, but then the reveal, like, yes, it was a cinematic worlds colliding event, but as a movie?
Do you remember the ending? The ending of that movie is gut-wrenching. The ending of that movie.
Yes.
And it ends in a way where you don't even remember the fact of all the worlds colliding of Spider-Man past. The ending of that movie is gut-wrenching. You don't remember the ending, do you?
I do.
Do you do?
He has to wipe everybody's memories,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of starts from scratch as like
Mm-hmm.
the Spider-Man
Yes.
of old that we know, like out on his own, made his own suit from scratch, going to fight petty crime. Like, I just don't think. I don't know. Am I wrong, chat?
All right, it's 177. What do you want it to be? 190?
I was in that movie. I don't know, y'all. I loved No Way Home. Should be a top 5 due to my cameo alone, says Toby Parker. I don't know. It was good, but I don't think I'm curious to see what's gonna follow this now because I feel like
Harry
it's
Potter and the Deathly Hallows is below that.
Mad Max Fury Road. I would venture is to say better than Spider-Man. This is shameful. You can't say anything. You haven't watched it.
That's true. I can't.
Like Blade Runner, I know
Case in
that.
point, I've never had any motivation to watch Mad Max.
Neither
plenty of
did I
motivation to
until I
watch
finally
Spider-Man,
watched
so.
it.
Hacksaw Ridge. You got to watch Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I got
Add that to your war movie
I
month.
got some requests for that.
Add that to your war
Like
movie month.
Dead Poets
That's an incredible
Society.
movie.
I'm sorry, that deserves to be higher up. Now is the portion of the list where I feel like we're gonna start to get offended by the films that we do know on here that are down all the way down here. Okay, Monsters Inc.
Monsters. Inc.
Ratatouille, my
That
favorite
should be
movie.
like 1,000. Ratatouille's not in the top 200. Get that out.
It just slid
Get
in,
that
and you know what?
outta
It freaking deserves.
Get
That is my
that
favorite movie of all time, y'all. And I got a comment the other day. Somebody said, "Wow, I didn't know Colette from Ratatouille had a YouTube channel," and I near about died, y'all. I just near
Is she
about.
the head chef?
Yes, she's
Yeah.
the hot chick
Yeah.
with the bob, who's like slay, literal absolute girl crush of my childhood.
Mm.
And I just lost it.
No.
I lost it.
Well, you can have a start by getting a bob.
No, I
Cut
couldn't
it off.
pull it off.
Where are the scissors? Oh, right here.
Like, Jesus!
You put them right there for a
Don't come
reason.
near me with
Clearly.
those. Oh my god.
Clearly.
All right, we're gonna freaking power through this, y'all, because I'm ready to tap out. Like, I'm shocked that Jaws is this far down. That's a little bit surprising, frankly. Ford vs Ferrari, you've seen that one. That's one that you've actually seen that I haven't.
Yeah.
Rocky, Logan, okay, like, yes, glad those made the list. Terminator. Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's get it.
Oh, Hotel Rwanda. That's one of the movies I watched in my African cinema class.
Oh, is it super
Hotel Rwanda.
harrowing?
I don't remember anything about
I would imagine it is. Exorcists. Shout out to the horror movies
There
that
you go.
are getting represented on
it.
here.
Incredibles, totally underrated. That should be higher.
Worthy.
Incredibles
Stand by
might be
Me.
the greatest anime movie of all time. I mean, it's so good.
Why the heck Stand
So
By
good.
Me this low? Okay, this is, like I said, some of these are criminally low, but not everything can be number one, I guess. Oh, Into the Wild, life-changing. Iron Giant, amazing. The Help. Okay, interesting. Oh, there we go. We made it.
All
That's
right.
the end. So,
Okay.
sucks for whoever's 251.
Yeah.
I wish you could keep going to see, but
What's that Vader thing down there? Recently viewed. Scroll down. What is that? What is that? Scroll down. Oh,
Oh,
it wasn't
stream.
Vader. Oh, it looks like Vader in the screen. Never mind. Never mind.
sorry for that little sidetrack, y'all, but now you know. This is a full confession of all of the greats that both of us have not seen. So it's not just me. Iron Giant, way too low. Arguably a top 5 animated film ever. For real, talk about movies that I would probably go back and watch and sob like an absolute baby, lose my tear ducts. What about Milo and Otis? Have you ever seen that classic? Yes. Also one of the iconic films of my childhood that I probably would go back and cry if I saw that again. But anyway, sorry for that little sidebar, but you know what? That gave us something fun to do and something to help plan the future of. We're nearing the final few weeks of the year here in 2024, miraculously, shockingly, and we have 2025 on the horizon and lots more in store for the channel. So as we plan ahead, and you know, I think I said at the beginning of this year that this would be like the first year that we really are gonna go like full send, pedal to the metal, see how far we can take the channel. And as we close out this year, I'm feeling more motivated than ever, y'all, and we got work to do. We have so much work to do, ground to cover when it comes to the reactions in the world of cinema that I have been so neglectful of. So, you should do a top 20 of all-time films list for your personal takes. Oh, Sal, good call. Let me watch some of these iconic. Let me cover some ground in the top 250 list from IMDb here, and then we will see. Yes, get to work. Get to work.
Toby's right. Revenge of the Sith not being on that list should be a crime punishable by death.
Shameful. I know none of the freaking prequels were
With
on
you.
there. I'm sad.
I'm with you.
100K next year. Let's get it. We'll see.
Right.
Let's see how much we can get in the last 4 weeks of this year.
Daddy Josh, with you in the chat, with a profile picture like that, anything is possible.
Yes.
Anything's
yes.
possible.
Well, this has been fun. This has been a fun installment, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I'll have more to report about Dune after next week, because there's only, I saw when I was looking earlier on IMDb again for that show, it's only 6 episodes.
Oh.
So next week's already going to be the freaking halfway point. So hopefully I'll have more to say. Also, I finished reading Fire and Blood, the inspiration for the House of the Dragon, and I think I'm going to make a video, I don't know, maybe just something like this podcast style, just like kind of ranting about it, because I have thoughts. So stay tuned for that, y'all. And again, for the vlogs coming up for the latter half of this month, we're going to go out. Bird Church sending us out. Member for 23 months. Thank you so, so much, Bird Church. We are happy to have you here. Maximus, there was a dream that was 100K. Indeed. Oh, thank you for that laugh, Bird Church. I love it. Yes. Heck yes. I'm still operating in gladiator mode, so I appreciate that. But yes, to echo my mom's words here, happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Americans, but to everybody else, wherever you are, we're still thankful for you and grateful that you're here, and hope you have an amazing week regardless, no matter what.
Yes, and if you're not American, you can still celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So, yes. So, yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Fun talk as always.
Yes. Final comment from Sal. You enjoying Saquon on the Eagles? My Giants stink, y'all. Best purchase the Eagles ever made.
Sal, hear me out.
You guys will have your showdown on Thanksgiving, right?
Yes. Cowboys, Giants, Thanksgiving. Sal will, maybe he already has. I haven't really looked at my phone yet, so I don't know. But will the Cowboys sign Daniel Jones and play him against the Giants on Thanksgiving?
Only time will
What do you
tell.
think?
We got 48 hours.
What do you think?
Make it
I mean,
deal.
the Cowboys just whooped on the Sioux. Yeah, that's right, Birchers. The Cowboys just whooped on the Commanders on Sunday. So
Shockingly.
whooped by, it was the craziest fourth quarter football game of all time.
Cowboys
So, the
stink.
Cowboys are going to go on a run. The
That's
Cowboys are
coming
gonna
from
go
a
on run.
Giants fan.
They just beat the Commanders. They're going to beat the Giants on Thursday. That's 2 division wins. And then they're going to beat the Eagles at the end of the season. Cowboys are going to win out, and then they're going to get a wild card spot. And then the Eagles are going to host the Cowboys in the playoffs, and the Cowboys are going to win. I'm back on the train. They get 1 win in 6 games, and I'm back on the train. So I'm on it. I'm on it.
Anyway.
I'm back on the train. Sean, you don't have anywhere to talk because the Niners got walloped. So listen, Giants are Niners are Cowboys are they're back to average. They're back to average. Dream on, bro.
Mortal Kombat. This feels like Mortal Kombat, Charlie. It is when you're talking about the NFL in November, the latter half of the season.
The reality is the Cowboys might win another game
Well, we'll find out,
on
y'all.
Thursday.
Watch on Thursday,
No,
everybody.
Daddy
tune in.
Josh is right. They're going to win out. They're back in. They're locked in. They know their strengths now. They know their weaknesses.
Well,
Lock back in.
We'll
The
find
Eagles
out
are
on
going to lose
Thursday.
out like they did last year.
all right.
The greatest, second
I'm
greatest
cutting this off.
collapse in NFL history.
I'm cutting this off.
They're riding high.
Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for
Saquon's
watching.
one injury away from the Eagles throwing the season
We will
again.
see you
like they
guys
did last
again
year.
very soon, and happy Thanksgiving. We love you all. Hope you're having a great rest of your day, night, morning, evening, 3 a.m., wherever you may be. Go Birds, and we'll see you guys again very, very soon.